So when it comes to the House of Thameen London, of course, I love Regent Leather and Imperial Crown. I personally own Imperial Crown and it is one of my favorites right around this time of the year. But here we have what is arguably the most complimented fragrance from the brand. This one is incredibly easygoing, actually came out in 2016. This one is called Green Pearl. I'm excited to give you my thoughts on this fragrance, so make sure to stay tuned. Now, before I begin today's video and I tell you all about Green Pearl by Thameen London and the notes, the performance, comparisons, longevity, so on and so forth, I do want to start things off by saying that if you are a fan of fragrance-related content, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you could be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. And of course, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It would really mean a lot to me. Of course, if you're interested in checking out this fragrance, I always like to point you in the right direction. You can actually get this one from Twisted Lily. I'm going to leave all of the information down below. They do have a lot of really hard to find niche fragrances. Some of the best niche brands in the world are being carried at Twisted Lily. Super fast shipping, great customer service, and I personally love using them. I've done a tour of their headquarters and everything, so they're really, really nice people. So here we have a fragrance called Green Pearl. You look at the note breakdown, you have apple, bergamot, neroli, you have tea, a little bit of pepper, you have oak moss, you have musks, a lot of really wonderful ingredients in here. I know looking online, people have compared this one to Silver Mountain Water by Creed. People have also compared this to Meteor by Louis Vuitton, and I think that those comparisons are justified somewhat. I think this fragrance is still unique in its own way, and I'll tell you which elements of the fragrance I actually do find similar to those other fragrances out there. But let's go ahead and start things off with the presentation. Now, right in the opening of this fragrance, you are going to get this creamy, clean, slightly musky aroma. Now, the citrus in here is very animated. So there is citrus in the note breakdown. You're certainly going to get a bunch of citrus in here. Now, there's bergamot, there's neroli, and then you also have this apple note in the opening, which is pleasantly tart, and I enjoy that. And I think it's a really nice complement to the citrus. Now, in terms of the neroli in here, I don't get a whole lot of neroli, but I do get bergamot. So it opens up in a very clean, very fresh way. I would have thought that there was some kind of a clean white floral in here, maybe a little bit of iris or tuberose or something like that, because that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting from it. But when I looked at the note breakdown, I did have this aha moment. And that's when I came to realize that this fragrance actually contains tea. And I think that that's the reason why people are comparing it with Silver Mountain Water. I definitely get that. I get this Silver Mountain Water comparison. However, Silver Mountain Water by Creed has this inky vibe that I'm not getting in this fragrance. And I think the black currant and some of the other quirky ingredients in Silver Mountain Water almost create this abstract nature to the fragrance. This one is a bit more straightforward. It's a bit more realistic. It's not as abstract, and that's kind of a contrast, and that's kind of ironic in a sense because Creed fragrances have a tendency of smelling very realistic and very organic and natural, and Silver Mountain Water is perhaps the fragrance that smells kind of abstract, right? And you really have to look at the note breakdown in order to have that aha moment where you begin to fully understand what's happening in there. This fragrance is not like that. I get the freshness of the apple. I get these other clean ingredients in here. At times it's a little soapy, and I've seen people compare it to CK1, and I can kind of understand. People have compared it to Chrome by Azzaro. I can kind of understand. But this fragrance, with the quality that it possesses and the realistic attributes, is really several steps beyond those fragrances. Now, in terms of quality, Meteor by Louis Vuitton is definitely up there, and I can see why why people have compared this to Meteor. Now, Meteor definitely smells like a lot of the other clean, fresh fragrances like Chrome, but like a niche version, right, where the quality has been amplified tenfold. So this one possesses those similar elements. There's more musk than oak moss in the dry down. I think it doesn't smell particularly green to my nose, but it also kind of has like this Mephisto Gentiluomo by Casa Moratti vibe about it as well, where it does have like this clean, fresh, sort of a Silver Mountain water, tea-like quality, but without the black currant and without some of the more abstract elements. This one is beautiful. This is a great office fragrance, especially, now, as of September 6th, I return to work, right? So I do other work over the summer, but I return to my teaching job. And this is the type of fragrance I can see myself wearing every single day. Just smells clean, very inviting, very effervescent in the opening on account of the citrus, and very well done. I personally love the way that this fragrance smells. Very easygoing, very easy to pull off, and I hope you have the opportunity to sample this one soon. Let's go ahead and finish things off with my overall assessment. Now, first up, in terms of the uniqueness and the overall smell, while people have compared it to the likes of Meteor by Louis Vuitton or Mephisto Gentiluomo by Casa Moratti and a few others, I do feel like this one does its own thing, and I appreciate the uniqueness of it, but it does possess elements that are found in other fragrances, but it's really a matter of who's going to do it in the more organic way, who is going to do it in the higher quality ingredient type of a way. And I think that Green Pearl is really up there in terms of quality, but also performance, especially given the fact that this is a fresher fragrance, which brings us to longevity. You can expect about 8 hours on your skin with this one. This type of a DNA, I would have expected it to last 4 or 5 hours. So the fact that it lasts 8 hours, I think is really impressive. Projection was great for the first hour of application. It radiated within an arm's length. It became an elbow's length scent right around hour 4 or 5, and it became a skin scent right around hour 8. But the longevity is great. Versatility is also great. You can wear it all year round as long as you're wearing it indoors. I know for the winter time, I would prefer to wear Imperial Crown or Regent Leather or one of these other carved oud, one of these other heavier oud offerings. And I think this one is for anybody, any gender, any sex, anybody can wear this one. And I think in terms of age range, it'll appeal to anybody of any age. I think it's incredibly versatile. I just think it would really shine in the spring and summer. But again, if you're wearing it indoors, you can wear it whenever you want, both casually and formally. And in terms of the presentation, I think the presentation is beautiful with that dark blue hue on the bottle and that sort of insignia, the pattern on the box here. My final verdict on this fragrance is it's a beautiful fragrance for the office, high compliment factor, very easygoing, has this refreshing quality about it, similar to fragrances like Mephisto Gentiluomo by Casa Moratti and Meteor by Louis Vuitton, but it has its own DNA, and I appreciate the uniqueness of it. I've covered Thameen London in the past. Let me know if you want me to do more videos on the brand, as I do own a few other bottles from the house. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your viewership. If you enjoyed this video, please do consider supporting the channel by subscribing to it. Hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever I do upload future videos to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Love you guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.